BassResinator here. I purchased this cross mold a while ago, but I haven't used it yet because I wanted to get Corpus Christi. This is the figure of the dying Jesus on the cross, and it's made for this mold especially. I want to do this justice. This is a belief of mine, and I know not everybody who watches me has the same belief system, but this is where I am. I am not ashamed. So I just want you to know I'm going to be using this is 12 inches by 6 inches by 1 inch deep. Holds about 13 ounces of resin. I mixed up almost 15 because I just wanted to make sure I had enough. And I mixed in brown mica powder from Let's Resin. And I'm going to take this out to the vacuum chamber. And then I'm going to come back in and do the body. And I'm using this, for the body, I'm using from Let's Resin's metallic powder, the antique gold, which I think that brown and this gold on top is really going to pop. Now this mold, it says it holds 1.6 ounces. I'm going to mix up 2 ounces, almost 2 ounces. So instead of dusting in either one, I'm just going to let the resin and the mica do its thing. But I'm going to, one of the things that it says to do with Crafted Elements molds, these are from Crafted Elements, spray a mold release that will cause the length of the mold to be, well, the age, what's the word I want? That'll increase the length of usability of the mold. So you want to keep the mold in nice condition, so you use a mold release. And I have one, but I'll spray it out in the garage because it smells. So I'm going to take the mica, the deep pour resin. I'm using deep pour in this one. I'm not in this one. So the body of Christ will be, I'll be able to unmold that much earlier. Now, I have many Catholic friends. I prefer a cross that does not have the body of Jesus on it. But that's personal preference. I do believe that he went to the cross and died a very painful death for us. So, but I'm not going to necessarily attach the corpus to the cross unless somebody comes along and says, hey, I want to buy that and I want him on there. Then I will attach him. Otherwise, I will just keep them separate. And if they would like to attach it later, they can do that. You know, that's up to them. So, out to the garage with the resin so that I can debubble it. Okay, this has already been sprayed with the mold release. I still got the resin out in the vacuum chamber. Now notice what this antique gold does. It gets, you can see gold, but then you can see darker colors in it too. It's kind of fascinating stuff here. Apparently we're getting a storm outside. I can hear thunder. I mixed up, this little cup doesn't have ounces on it. It has milliliters. And I mixed up 40, which should, 30 is 1 ounce. So 40 should be awfully close to the 1.5 that this mold needs. I'm using Bondcrafter resin now. That I'm using Bondcrafter deep pour here, and this is the art resin, the 1-to-1. It's crazy. You fill it up, and then you look back, and it's started to, like right there, it started to sink down. So and there's got just a little bit of that gold left. Okay, I'm gonna go out in the garage and get the other. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Look at this. The title of the video, I'm entitling it Amazing Love, How Can It Be? Those are the words from well, there's some thunder. Words of a great Christian hymn called And Can It Be? And that's And Can It Be? Anyway, a really cool tune. For me, it's not the easiest to sing, but for me, I love challenges. So, look, you see how this is, that gold is coalescing, and then you get some darker spots. That's really cool, that antique gold. One of these days, I want to get some wood, but I don't have any, and I'd have to get out to my brother's house. He's got a nice table saw and stuff where I could cut it, and he's got a planer and everything. He could help me out, but I don't have any wood to put in here, so I'm just going to use brown. Well, that's pretty, huh? No bubbles in it, unless I'm adding them in by pouring too fast. But this is a deep pour, and I just had it in the vacuum chamber. And I'm going to fill this one all the way up. This is going to be a nice sized cross. And as it cures, it's going to be pulling to the middle and doing some really cool stuff. Look at this. That is super pretty now. Now, like I said, I mixed up probably a little bit more than I needed to. It says it holds 12.5 or 12.6, and I think I mixed up close to 15. But I'd rather have a little extra than not enough. Okay, that's up to the edge, almost to the edge here. Now it starts leveling out again. And this, I can leave it this side top up, be the front, or I can have it the other way. It doesn't really matter. But what I'm going to end up doing is choosing the side that looks the neatest. Right now, this looks really cool to me. Aha. There's a little dust thingy right there. If it would just flash cure, not flash, but I mean if I had the ability to make it go and cure, look at this. That is so pretty, but it's gonna keep moving. So when you come back in well, it'll probably be tomorrow afternoon, because deep pour here cures very fast. So, yep. Okay, I will see you later. Bye. All cured up. This one did not take nearly as long to cure. But if we we're to set him onto the cross, we could do that, or hook him down. But I had a little bit of the gold resin as well as the brown. I mixed them both together, even though one is a deep cure and one was a regular cure, 1-to-1. Came out nice. Interesting colored ammonite, but you know, that's not why we're here. We're here for this. I love the pattern that this came up with. I have no idea what it's going to look like on the other side. That mold release makes it easy to get this part out. Sometimes the mold release, and I will say this ahead of time, leaves a little bit of a dull finish, so it might have to be polished. Wow, that is not what I expected. It's very pretty, but it doesn't have, I like this side better. Look at that. I'm gonna have to go around the edge. I got a little bit of cleaning up to do, but that's okay. Yeah, I really think I like this side better. For those that prefer to have to be reminded of the sacrifice, or just to be reminded of the torture device. Can you imagine having, no, I can't. What that had to have been like. Wow. Anyway, amazing love, how can it be that thou, my God, shouldst die for me? Not the easiest song to sing, especially since it's in older English. Okay, so I'm gonna trim around the edges. I will, both sides. This, but like I said, it's kind of a dullish finish because of that spray. Maybe if I polish that down, that'll look really cool. I don't know. I'll look at both sides, but I am going to trim around here, and then I'll get some pictures here at the end here for you. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, you should be. It's free. Just go down to the bottom and push subscribe, and right next to it there's a little button that has an icon of a bell. If you click that, then anytime I do something new, then you'll be notified. And I do have channel memberships available. If you're interested in participating in that, just click the button that says join and follow the instructions. Yeah, thank you for being here today. It's been my privilege and honor to be able to do this piece for you. Okay, we'll see ya.